Wow, after seeing this episode, multiverse theory's a bitch. Yes, that's right everyone, Dragon Ball Super episode 48 hit our screens yesterday. Yeah, sorry for the delay, I actually just got back from a convention and only just caught up with this episode, so it may be a day later than usual, but I still got a lot to say about this. Hope again! Trunks wakes up in the present! Or technically his past, which is our present, but he's from the future in our past, so does that mean he's present Trunks, or the other kid's present Trunks? Man, this is confusing. So we rejoin Trunks as he's left mourning Mai as Black is waxing lyrical like all overly flamboyant villains do. He's just talking about, oh, I'm going to destroy all the Saiyans for about like, 2 minutes? That's pretty much all he says to Trunks in this sequence. After some somewhat pointless but rather cool shoving around, because Black is clearly toying with Trunks, but Trunks' sword is back and it proves its usefulness. The most useful time since... wow, when Robo Frieza showed up, and allows Trunks to escape back into the past. That time machine, man, it looks as good as ever. Thankfully, he escapes becoming Time Jam as he escapes through the time portal and vortex or whatever you want to call it. And it seems like it's 1992 all over again. In fact, he just went past it. Back in the past, Pilaf and friends are joining Trunks in a class thing. And they are good at math, particularly Pilaf. Huh, they could have defeated Goku by just saying what's 2 plus 2. Either way, it's amusing. Trunks has a crush on Mai! Careful, she's got cooties! We just got ourselves a time paradox. Trunks is looking at Trunks. Or is Trunks looking at Trunks? Well, not really, because he's not looking at Trunks, but Trunks is looking at Trunks, and Trunks is Trunks. And oddly, Bulma remembers Trunks with blue hair. Bulma? You sure? Really? Okay. Finally, Whis gave Bulma a communication device instead of Bulma having to shout up to the sky like a loony. I'm glad they squared that away. Excuse me, Teach? Did nobody teach you about Super Saiyan 101? And you call yourself a teacher. You're a disgrace to the profession. But back in the future, Black is having the world's biggest tantrum. But we have to go back to the past first because Trunks is waking up after finally getting a sensu bean. It took them long enough and still no one's explained the situation to Kid Trunks. For all he knows, this Trunks is an illegitimate brother? Could no one have just spent 5 seconds to say, he's from the future? There. And he looks at Goku and, oh no, he's triggered! Because Goku looks like Black and Black looks like Goku! Even though he has an earring and Goku doesn't. And Goku has his gi and Black doesn't. Delirious? Or just inconsistently weird? I don't know. Can somebody explain this? Oh, but why would they do that? Because we gotta have a cliffhanger! In any case, the content in this episode was a little lacking, in my opinion. But there's a reason for that. We got time. This is like the second episode of the arc, so we can't just rush in like they did for the first 2 arcs. We all know well how that went. There is some subtext about Trunks and Mai, the kid versions I mean, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be used in some shape or form. If we want to have a good and well-paced 20-25 episode arc, we got to take things slow. So I understand why, but at this point in time, when this is brand fresh, we can't just binge watch the rest of it. It's really frustrating. And that's good. And I think you agree with me in some part of your mind. I know, it's frustrating and annoying that we have to wait, but that's what we just gotta do. So until then, be sure to like and subscribe this video and catch up on all the other Dragon Ball Super reviews that I've done in this little handy playlist here. So until next time guys, catch you later.